Yo, 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 this your boy The Only. I'm back one more time. I got some more information for y'all. And I promise, y'all, I'm trying to keep the videos under 10 minutes. I swear I am. But some of these topics and things that I want to talk about, when I dive into them, I want to be detailed. I don't just want to scheme over the information, miss no key points. I want y'all to really get this information, soak it up so y'all can feel where I'm coming from. But today's topic is going to be about finding a, if you're going to get into the game, and when we say the game, we talking about hustling the streets, having an exit before you get into the game, having an exit before you enter the game. My father, who was a real live street dude, he told me, he said, son, if you're going to get into the game, make sure you have an exit before you do so. See, a lot of guys step into the streets, they get to hustling, and they have no ideal of what they exit is, what they plan is. So they start accumulating all the money, they get the assets, they got the cars, the jewelry, the houses out of state. They having it that way. You know, they having hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. They staying fresh and clean, popping bottles, doing everything they want to do. Then they look up and they've been in the game 5, 10, 15, 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Or they look up, they end up getting killed, or they end up getting thrown in jail because they was just steady hustling, but they never had a plan. See, this is the thing. I wouldn't advise no young people to get into the streets, number one. It's too many legitimate ways to make some serious money these days with these phones, technology, internet, apps, all of this. It's too much legit money. But the reason I make these videos is because I know it's going to be somebody out there, a young person out there, that's going to choose the street route. So if you're going to do that, figure out what you want to get in the game for. Is it a certain amount of money that you want to make? Are you trying to finance your music career? You trying to pay your way through school? What, you just trying to get a car, a crib? You trying to take care of your people? Is it a certain amount of money you want to make? Then you plan to quit. What's your purpose of getting into the game? Once you define that, get into the game, stick to your plan, and quit. Because the reality of it is this: the longer you stay doing something illegal, the better chance you got of going to jail or getting killed. And that's just the reality. The only people that I know, if you want to say winning, because I don't really know nobody that won in the streets because of everything it came with. But if you want to say the people that won were the people that got in and got out. It was the guys that knew when to quit. It's not that they were lucky. It's not that they was blessed. It's not that they were smarter than nobody else. They just having to get in and get out before the bad shit happened. Because if you trap or die, if you stay in it forever, it's a guarantee you're going to get killed or you're going to jail. So if you choose the street route, define what you want to do. You know, like I said, you might want to get into the music business. I'm going to make all of this money. I'm going to make 50,000. I'm going to make 20,000, 100,000. I'm going to take every single dollar I made. I'm going to invest in my music. Or I'm going to go open up a clothing store, a clothing line. I'm going to pay my way through school, go do something legitimate. I want to buy my mama a house, take care of my family. Whatever you want to do. Figure out what that is, figure out a plan, and stick to it. The longer you stay in the game, the better chance you got of something happening to you, man. And that's just the reality of the scenario. You know, like I say, I don't know nobody that won. The only guys that you could say consider won was the guys that got out in time. So figure out your exit before you get into the game, and maybe you will be all right. Because there's guys that said I only want 10,000 and they never made it. You dig? Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to be like 80% or 90% of hustlers that they end up with nothing and have to start all over because they didn't have a plan. When they was making all of this money and having it their way, they didn't have a plan. Or worse, they ended up in jail for the rest of their life. Or they end up dying and they never get the chance to rebuild their life. You dig what I'm saying? And that's the side of the spectrum I fell on. I end up having it my way, but I didn't have a plan, so now I'm rebuilding. And I'm being legitimate and I'm being positive. Now I'm rebuilding. You don't have to do that. If you're going to choose that route, while you having it your way, take all of that, put your plan together, and then legitimize yourself, because that's what the game is about. If you're not out here doing something legitimate, then you out here playing around. It ain't no purpose. Too many guys get caught up in the game, and what they do, they just hustle. And a day turn into week turn into months turn into years. That's how guys be 30, 40, 50, and 60 years old still hustling because they never came up with a strategy to do something better with their life to exit the game. So the only thing that they know is hustling. They become dependent on hustling and they can't stop. Don't be one of them guys. Figure out and define what you want to do early so you can get in, get it, get out. And that's how you do it, man. So until next time, it's your boy D Only. You know, as always, may peace be upon you, plenty blessings be upon you. If God woke you up, you got another opportunity to seize the day. If you're not in jail and if you're not in that ground, you have an opportunity to change your life and be whatever you want to be. I know it sounds cliche, but it's the truth. If you can conceive it, if you can believe it, you can achieve it, man. So, hey, I'm out of here. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. It's your boy D Only. I'm out.